In the winter of 2010, Sammy worked as a night shift taxi driver in Amman, Jordan. He had grown used to the quiet streets, the occasional drunks, and the long hours of silence interrupted by the hum of the engine or a short conversation with a passenger. One cold night, around 2:30 a.m., Sammy pulled over in front of an old, abandoned hospital on the outskirts of the city to smoke a cigarette and rest a bit. The hospital had been closed for years and was known for strange rumors, but he didn't pay much attention to urban legends. As he stood by his car, lighting his cigarette, a man appeared out of the shadows. He looked to be in his 50s, wearing a long coat and a dark hat. He approached calmly and said in a low voice, "Can you take me to the third circle?" Sammy nodded. "Sure, hop in." The man got in and sat in the back seat without another word. His silence was unsettling, but not unusual. A few minutes into the ride, Sammy attempted to engage in small talk. "Cold night, huh?" The man said nothing. Sammy glanced at his rearview mirror, intending to look at the man's face, but what he saw, or rather didn't see, made his blood run cold. There was no reflection of the man in the mirror. He blinked and looked again. Nothing. Just the empty back seat staring at him. He tried to convince himself that the angle or the lighting was playing tricks on him. He drove on in silence, his heart pounding. As they approached the third circle, Sammy asked, "Where exactly would you like to get off?" The man finally spoke, his voice dry and calm. "By the cemetery." Sammy shivered, but nodded and turned toward the small cemetery near the circle. As he slowed to a stop, the man said, "I used to work as a guard at that hospital where you were parked. My daughter died there. 2 days later, I died too." Sammy's eyes widened. He quickly turned around in his seat and found the back seat empty. No door had opened. No sound. Just emptiness. Panicked, Sammy jumped out of the car. The cold night air hit him hard, but something made him look back inside. On the inside of the rear window, faint handprints appeared as if someone had been pressing their hands against the glass from the inside. After that night, Sammy quit the night shift for good. He never drove past that hospital again. Years later, when he shared the story with other drivers, he discovered he wasn't the only one. Others had picked up a man near that same hospital, a man who always asked to be dropped off at the cemetery.